perfect opening. Why don't you goddamn logging queues? Oh dear. Well, just wait for this to do it itself, I guess. Turn the shaders on, because it's annoying me without them. There we go. Okay, now I shush.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Oi! Yeah, right, lad. You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling off the ship, got your stomach churning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness now that I look at you. It'll be the aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see, and we ain't too far from Vilbrand now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret though, you'll soon get used to it. Ugh. Might as well have been blooming seasickness. Ship's leaping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limbs of Lemons are still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake and all, how's about you keep me company till we get there? Them young guns don't care much for conversation, see. Any road. Brennan's the name and peddling's me trade. Ah, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lad. Judging from your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it! Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folk ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find everything. You can find out everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Ships off the starboard bow! Pirate colours! Pirates! Bloody hells! Have you no sense? Get below! His voice changed halfway through. Whoops. What is the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Leminson colours. Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We've made it out of the cannon range, and no buccaneer's bark will catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept his head on our shoulders. I reckon I'd have lost mine otherwise. If them pirates give up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa? Nope. Thought not. Ah, but I'll wager there have been some changes since your last visit. Allow a journeyed itinerant to apprise you of the current state of affairs. Ahem. Limsa prides itself on being Eosia's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago, the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like them pirates who just took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sawagan are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sweet sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. Ah, at long last. Land ho! Behold, Limsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Limlane, goddess of navigation.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider a square. Hang on, I don't think that's quite how it works, but hey.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Hey, you there! I mean you. This is my district, and I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. Huh? Ah, and a Frencher fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Lim's finest to set you on the right path. Up to it, lad. I haven't got all day. There we go. Now that the opening cutscene is over. Welcome to Lim's, a bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands, the rough-cut diamond of the Rotano Sea. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Mouse keyboard. Disable all of these. This is just going to get in the way. Follow instructions, yada yada. So, tutorial time, but before that, I'm going to have to change a lot of stuff in here. Like changing this to Legacy. Put on all of the skip cutscene ones. Swap this. And then there's another couple. Gamepad mode. Hot bad ones. Remove the unassigned slots. Numbers, cycling button. This and disable this. Gonna have recast timers. I need to change this so that 4 isn't shared. Because of the way I set up all my stuff. I'm gonna leave the log window stuff for later. For now I can just sit in the corner. Here. I'm gonna swap it to event. Because chat. And I very quickly need to adjust keybinds. Because otherwise I'm going to get very annoyed by them. So keybinds need to be swapsy-doodled. While this boy here just keeps staring at me like, why is he just stood in the middle of the road? So yeah, I'm gonna set all of these up. Just the first 4 hotbars to the setup I usually use, which is E, 2, 3, 4, Q, R. And because I've just remembered all of these exist and I need to turn them off, I'm going to quickly do this. I believe... Where's auto run? It is in movement. Swap this to auto run. Don't want that. Don't need a flip camera. Okay. R, shift to... So the shift equivalent, then the control equivalent, and the alt. Whoops. And then hotbar 3 is Z, X, goddammit, C, V, F, and G. The equivalent on shift. And this is actually just telling me which ones I need to change. There we go. I don't use control on my cooldown abilities because no point. This one changes to this and this. Where's focus target? T is targeted. T to target the focus, shift T to set it. And I think the other one was character, which should be system. That shortcut? H. Yes, that gets rid of the hunting log, but okay, and then the last thing I've set up, because I can't really set up before I log into the thing, adjusting this slightly. So, this being 14, all of the HUD is adjustable. And I have a kind of preference way of doing it. It kind of relies on hotbars 1 through 4 in the middle. And you know, I'd set them to not have the things visible, but I probably should, so I can line it up in the middle properly. But hey. This will do for now. I'm going to drag the party list down here, because otherwise it's going to annoy me. I've got the event list in the bottom left corner as well, so can't drag it too low. Bring the limit gauge down to above the party gauge. And then alliances go above there. Okay. Probably won't need the alliance stuff, because pretty much just going to go from start of game to near enough end of game, story-wise. Get out of the way, crosshopper. That is the whole point of playing this way. And I'm gonna just shovel this over there. All my enfeeblements on the right. Enfeeblements are debuffs. And things I kind of need to keep an eye on, just in case. Other stati can go down here. Pet hotbar would be over here, but too much. Focus hotbar, focus target bar comes down here. Enemy list can sit here. I'm going to move the target bar over and make it slightly bigger, so I can pay slightly more attention to it. And progress bar comes down to here. This may seem weird, but there's going to be something over here as well anyway, so it's not too big of an issue. There we go. Right. Now I just remove things. I don't remember the commands for it. But Sprint is always going to be in control. I can actually set up these later. I'll set them up after I've got out this tutorial bit. But first, let's actually progress and move the camera down to where I want it. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Limsa, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Click. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city, and without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. So, before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wrench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far. Just head straight down the street and speak with Griffar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that'll take you up to the pub. Ignoring that there's a set of stairs that take you up to the pub, right next to him. But hey, once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Baderon. He's the proprietor of the wrench. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along and may the navigator guide you on your journey. I've begun a quest. Yada yada yada. And now we get the little useful bit in the top left. So, yeah, I'm just going to pretty much power through as much of the main story as I can, which means I have to get to a Moogle after this intro bit. Welcome to Limsa Laminza. If you've a mind to visit the Drowning Wrench, the Warrior's Lift will take you there. Guess I need to pull an XP boosting thing out of it. But in addition to that, I'm going to have to do a few side quests in here first to get ahead of the XP curve. Then it's perfectly fine. Yeah, better. Greetings to you, lad. What'll it be? Ah, but you ain't here for the drink, are you? You've come with a mind to try your hand at adventuring, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here in Limsa. The name's Baderon, and this is the most hospitable of hostelries, is the Drowning Wench. 'Tis also home to... Jesus. I like taking letters out of my words, but... 'Tis also the home of the Adventurers Guild, here in Limsa. That's why we've got a desk specially for handling guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the furse of me regulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see. Not that they need it in these parts, on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again, and you'll see the people living in fear of what tomorrow may bring. And who can blame them, after everything that's happened? Eosia took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our homes weren't the only things what got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice-stabbed bastard of a dragon. It took our bleeding memories too, and no one's been able to explain it in a way as makes 1 ounce of sense. None of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. 'Tis all foggy, like recollections from an odd night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers that laid down their lives to drag Eosia back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though we ain't forgotten what they did for us, the goddamn calamity spawned memory loss robbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture their damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it, by the way, give or take the old gull. It's this what's got people calling these heroes the warriors of light. If Limbs is ever going to put out this time of darkness behind it, it's going to need adventurers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them, and that's why any aid we can give to adventurers is effort well spent. What say you, lad? You willing to lend us your strength? Well, duh. Me thanks to you, and to the navigator and all. I knew she'd steer me way for a reason. Steered ye me away for a reason. Fucking hell. Ah, but listen to me, yammering on like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got your mark in me book. Put your scroll right there. Orange Shepherd, is it? A fine name it is. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Venturers Guild. You there, adventurer! You sailed in on that last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? Now hold on just a minute there, officer. You've got the wrong bloke. This fine, upstanding young gent is me dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. The lad wouldn't be caught dead fraternising with such unsavoury elements. I'm actually surprised I got that out in one breath. Is that right? You are surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectively then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times, me, and do more often than not. Now, sir, what say you to a tankard of me finest ale before you return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down copper piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Mail for, but that don't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there that's crying out to be sat on, so kick off them heavy boots, eh? You'll have to excuse these eager bloody yellow jackets. There's been a spate of kidnapping sea, and they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've taken to clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal, though. Us Leminzers can be an headstrong bunch of bastards, 'tis true, but given time will grow on you. Now, where was I? Oh, aye. Welcome to Limsa Leminza, where the sea's as green as the faces of me patrons after a few too many black billy whiskies. Now, take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning you the ways of the city. Jesus. Even for a person who can pull that accent off. One second. Well. That's the first quest of the game done. Technically the second, but it's close enough. That's the tutorial. Boom. Straight to level 2. Right. As much as I want to pick up the quest, I'm going to very quickly go to the Moogle, which I believe is over here. Yeah. God dang it. Fine. I'll tot a batter on them. I guess I will not walk over to the Moogle and grab the earrings and give me XP. Close to home, Bearer proprietor of the Drowning Wench wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Apparently I can't click on buttons now. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks what will help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down a floor, then point your nose to the west, you'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aephorite, a device what can move you from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing there's an aephorite where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with a yellow jacket on guard down there and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. Before you do that though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Explain the game mechanics right there. It has an universe logical thing. Anyway. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armour and all your adventuring bits and pieces for sale in the district what lies beyond the Aephorite. Don't go throwing your gill around just yet though, you'll get fleeced quicker than you can say, "Why is my coin purse so light?" Have a word with Swazblade. Instead, he's the head of the Merchants League by the way. Give him this old octant and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow axe wielders at the Marauders Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for swinging that head splitter of yours if you join their crew. Blackwater at the front desk is the one to get you started. Got all that, lad? Seeing to them 3 tasks will take you on a little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now, I've best be getting on. Roll along, eh? Bugger it, there I go, sending you off without telling you something crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that'll the ale. Anyhow, while you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods that look like they might need your help, considering giving their tale of war a listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there, just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Ninia over yonder's been casting glances at you since you waltzed in. Why not lend an ear and see what she has to say? Aye, you like to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning, but once you build a reputation as a man folk can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. You'll still be expected to shovel stuff around, but hey. If you have the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith here in the Wedge. The lads as bear that title have some fine advice for them what are just starting out in profession. And that, my lad, is how you go about becoming a legend among venturers. Alternatively, you gain 50 levels and just progress the MSQ, but... To leave the Drowning Wench, you must accept the quest making a name by talking to Ninia, the midget behind the chicken, presumably. Yep, the Ninia. The midget. Ninia, a veteran adventurer, has some information that might be of interest. Well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lad. I have some information that might help put you on the map here in Limsa. I was just passing through Bulwark Hall below not long ago and I saw a bunch of herbs just scattered about on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow in across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How'd the plans end up in the mizzenmast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Skenrail, and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Alskeef at the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about the shady goods. Okay. You wish to visit Bulwark Hall below? Fucking hell. What the hell is this accent I've given her? You wish to visit Bulwark Hall below. The crow's gift is ready when you are. I can't do female voices. Not without making them overly, female. Right. So, head down. And the first of these are... Is it locked? It is not. It's just being finicky. So, first off, we have to go pick up some herbs. Apparently lag. I'm gonna quickly do something about it. Because, yeah, my frame rate is way higher than... Whoa, let's not do that again. That is horrifying to me. I can't set the frame rate to what I want it to be, which would be 60 or 30. So simple stuff to start off with, gathering herbs and delivering them to places. I'm gonna pick up all of the quests that I can around here. Because as I said, I want to get ahead of the MSQ in XP. And it is very much possible to get ahead of the MSQ in XP. So, we need a lady wants our services. Excuse me, sir, but might you have a moment or two to spare? You seem the type who enjoys being accosted for menial tasks. And I require someone to make a delivery to the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss. I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't heard of them. The sisters prefer not to advertise their presence here in Limsa. They do, however, provide a rather unique service of which the Bruguière Consortium has recently been the beneficiary. I would have you deliver this package to their doorman, Lonverd, along with our profuse gratitude. Also, is the music too loud? I feel like the music's too loud. It might be too loud because I'm used to the settings I have it at. So I'm just going to drop this to like 30-ish. Although I could do that through text commands. Derp. Aldskiff. Yes, I am Aldskiff. You have some herbs you wish me to examine. Yes, as you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dreamflowers. They are the prime ingredient in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are naught more than Alphic lavender, a common enough export from Limsa. In fact, these probably spilled over from crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, son. But not to worry, you've learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. Boom. Free XP. I'm going to shift this over because it's overlapping the thing. So we got something. By way of thanks for delivering my scattered lavender, I have a nugget of information that may prove useful to you. You see, I was recently approached by an unkempt seafarer, which is not, I admit, particularly unusual for a man in my profession. What was unusual was that he offered a generous sum of gil to be introduced to any adventurers I might know. In my experience, sailors are not known to carry such wealth of coin about their person, especially with the alehouses of Limsa and Minter so close at hand. Kidnappings have not been uncommon these past moons. I suggest you take this information and speak with Glasvale, the guard who stands at the entrance to East Hawker's Alley. It never shows to show a spirit of cooperation to the authorities, lad. Yeah, menial early game tasks. We're gonna get a cutscene the moment I do this. I say a cutscene, it's more of a... thingy scene. Ah, another novice adventurer. Aye, Baron has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I am Sundemal, one of the yellow tackets just with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. So, return learned. Return just lets me return, fun enough, to whichever Aetherite I've got set as my home. Which, by default, is this one. Now for the fun part. I knew I forgot to do something. Display name settings. Others, other PCs. We'll shrink these down to initials for now. Party members will be surname abbreviated. I generally won't need to care too much, but look at this. It's just like a sea of names that I cannot see through. And it does not help the lag on this thing. Anyhow. Goblin Merchant Sweetnix. Pshkaw! Sweetnix is beauticious gobby of grass and crafty smart trade maker. Sweetnix makes big... Gobby speak. Sweetnix makes busy deal with uplanders. Need deliver letter of gate to mail van, but Sweetnix have shiver shakes. Uplander walks to gate of mail van for Sweetnix. Uplander delivers letter to tax lady Pataja. I am delivering someone's tax return. Hey, Glaz. That is disturbing news. Your initiative is appreciated, Avenger. I'll have the captain place the leather jackets on high alert. Ah, and while I have your ear, I need you to visit Fridwib and tell her the same thing you told me. You'll find her a bit further down in East Hawker's Alley. Fridwib has frequent dealings with adventurers, so any warning you give her should soon spread throughout the city. Did Luigi just walk past me? Swazbleed. A fine evening to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls till your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of the merchandise, I must tend to some cargo but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Bader? Whatever could it? Ah, my octant! By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the wench, along with a week's pay and several bells' worth of intoxicated memories. This is why I use the gamepad controls for the menu, by the way. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each guild you invest in arms and armour will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within about a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during the sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. Ah, but the verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. Okay, I just remembered what I was intending to do. So, first thing I'm going to do, because I want the fast travel point over here, is I'm going to hit this. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to turn the number of people down. Or I would do, if it didn't just bring up a tutorial. I now have access to the Ethernet. Ethernet is short-range travel, so it's around the city. I could use it to teleport back across here, but I want to quickly adjust this down to the minimum. It's just not doing much right now, but mostly it just means people are going to pop in as I walk. I do not have the Ethernet up the top. Why did I just try to Ethernet? I'm used to playing a different character. Right, I need to go over here and then up these stairs. Because yes, I want to go grab the earrings before I forget. I don't think it actually affects combat, not combat, quest XP, but it's just good to have them before I do anything. So, plus while I'm up here, I can grab another Aetheryte. So, oh, didn't even need to go up the top. There we go. Main reason I went with generic wall look is because, well, it was about as close to me IRL as I'm gonna get. Fun fact. And honestly, I was gonna mirror the Warrior of Light story, yeah. a certain character story, and it just fits. Fits to mirror the one in the animation. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Before I forget, inventory I'm going to change to expanded. Right, delivery removal. Kupo! Yada 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 yada. 20 rooms up. Yep, I have taken up all the thing. I think it's this one. Nope, that's Stormblood. Is it this one? It's this one. Okay. I'm gonna take all the feathers as well while I'm here. And staring at it. Plus the emote. I should ditch all these, but for now, it's fine. So expanded inventory just gives me 2 slots here. It's a lot easier to deal with. I'll put it over here for now. So it's not covering chat. Okay. And I believe the recompense officer is the one where I would trade in. Nope. It would be you. Spoils. Gold feathers. I'm going to grab the... I'm going to grab Tintania. Just for shits and giggles. There we go. While I cannot use this yet, we will keep it for later. Okay, so I have that Aethernet shard, which I can use to go down the bottom. I'm going to do this, which equips the ring and the earring. So, that XP boost lasts until level 70, which is good. Sadly, the none of the worlds are preferred at the moment, so I don't get the extra bonus from that. Also, while I'm down here, I'm going to pick up from the other side of the town, apparently, the item that I'm looking for. And I'll do the quest while I'm down here. Though I think the other one around here is said to be down here, so I should probably pick that one back up. One of these stores has the thing that I want. It's not down here, apparently. That's a problem, because I could have sworn it was. One of these shops is nice. I don't want to buy. Might be the Culinarian. I need to buy. I'll buy one of these now, because I need to buy them later. I buy a Heg. And then we will buy the cheapest goddamn thing in here. It's crib of a direct hit. Fair enough, Hegs. Yeah, I need Hegs. Hegs are good. We'll be eating Hegs. For they give an XP boost. And a slight stat boost. But the XP boost is the main thing. Anywho. You, sir, adventurer, I have work for you. I would have you pose as a customer and survey the market's current prices. Surely I did not see you balk at so simple a task. All you need to do is strike up a conversation with the shop owners and glance over their wares. There are 3 merchants that interest me. Iron Thunder, Kyokorun, and Sinewil. Write down all you see on this price list and hand it to Bainsrig on West Hawker's Alley. He shall reward you for your service. Okay, first one is at the bottom end here, right there. That's Iron Thunder. Well, we'll talk to the retainer first, Fridwhip. Greetings, sir. Might I interest you in the services of a retainer? What's this? Some suspicious seafarer is on the prowl for gullible adventurers? A possible suspect in the recent kidnappings, you think? Well, I'll be sure to pass on that warning to my customers. Well, with all the merchants and travellers milling through Hawker's Alley, these kinds of unsavoury activities can often go unnoticed. In any case, I promise to keep a sharp lookout for anyone being accosted by strange-looking sailors. And XP. Yeah, I don't get a bonus for doing it. But having the food bonus is just useful soon anyway. Well, mate lad, cast your peepers over these beauties. Not a spot of rust to be found. Every piece fresh from the forges and now deconveniently. That is the weapon store, funnily enough. Who'd have fucked? Who'd have saw that coming? Not me. Totally me. Kyokroon. Kyokroon welcomes welcome customer. Kyokroon loves his lovely trade. Kyokroon's goods are goodly made. What? A fine morning to you, sir. What can I interest you in? Why, you seem interested in most everything, don't you? Is this another one of those investigations? Well, I have nothing to hide. And hand it over to Bensing. You're the one that made a list for Swansmilt. Let's have it then. Nothing wrong with the markets as far as I can tell. You oftentimes get pirates selling stolen goods at cutthroat prices, and that drives the numbers down right across Orca's Alley. Thanks to these reports, though, we can tell at a glance when shady dealings are taking place. Good work, lad. Okay, let's go hand in a tax report. And then we go to the Dutiful Sisters. But before we hand in this tax report, let's get the A for now. Bong. Do 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 do. What is Sweet Nicks with those import records? Without the proper documentation, I'm afraid we'll have to expel him from the city. A letter from Sweet Nicks. Why, these are Sweet Nicks' records. Glad I am to see they were submitted in time. Honestly, you would think that goblin would have lost his fear of our offices by now. Every month he is to submit these papers, and every month his tardiness forces me to consider his removal. As long as one follows proper procedure, Limsa is quite welcoming of foreign traders. Pray, convert these words to Sweetnicks. Perhaps it will aid in soothing the poor goblin's fears. Oh, and there's a side quest there. Here at Maelvin's Gate, we inspect all the goods that are imported into Limsa and collect duty as the law requires. Some merchants, however, seek to evade this obligation, and we must chase them down. I would be grateful if you could deliver these 2 ledgers, one to a man named Sundimal, who you'll find at the Octant, and the other to a woman named Letitia, who works at the Bismarck. If you are uncertain as to the whereabouts of the Bismarck, ask Sundimal when you meet him, and he'll point you in the right direction. Right. This is the problem with the 6 billion side quests. Just all feed into one another. But hey, before we go there, let's go down here. Because side quest down here. So we will if right to Hawker's out. And we will take a stroll via the side of the thing. Ba 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 hop. Hop. Oh, and the main reason it's closest you can get to me is because, well, it's a guy. It's a guy with slight fluff under the chin and rather unkempt hair, so. Right, let's unlock the Fisherman's Guild stuff. Bing! And talk to a sissy poo. She wants to order a new fishing boat. The calamity really knocked out the wind out of the fishing industry's sails, but fisher folk are starting to return to the seas once more. It's past time I did the same. But before I can put out to sea again, I need to have a new boat built. Our guild has always commissioned Naldik and Vimils for its crafts, but they're beastly busy these days. If you want for something to do, mayhap you could run over to the Armourers Guild and consult with Forge Master Hananzao in my stead. I wouldn't know how long we might expect to have to wait. Funnily enough, pretty much all of these side quests are just to get you acquainted with the city. I'm well acquainted with Limsa at this point, but you know. Aye, this is the Dutiful Sisters of the Edelweiss, a house of deep reflection and meditation. So unless you've proper business with you, you can kindly bugger off. What's this then? A parcel from the Brugere Consortium, eh? Let's have a peek inside. Oh, walnut bread and ginger cookies. And a few of them Bismarck finger sandwiches too. Them Consortium culls know the right way to show appreciation. Some of them sisters have unholy appetites, so I'd best save a few bites for myself before I take this inside. You let Janassim know that we're always here should her boss have need of us again. That would be the Rogues Guild. If you hadn't figured from the rather obvious, not at all subtle foreshadow. I believe the other Aphorites are on the upper level, so I'm going to teleport back to the Aphorite Plaza and go from there. The Bismarck is up to the left, so I don't have to do any hunting of that. Okay. Janassim. You've delivered the packages I requested. Very good. I shall pass on the sister's sentiments to my superior. What manner of services do the dutiful sisters provide? Continue your stay in Limzilla Minzer and you'll likely find out soon enough. In fact, if you're confident in your abilities and comfortable with the unconventional, you might wish to approach them yourself. Again, Rogues Guild. Sweet Nick's rosy cheeks. Uplander delivered a letter to Gator Malvin. Uplander has wide heart and swift legs. Tax Lady Pataja has kind backwards for Sweet Nix. Sweet Nix has outflow of joy for Tax Lady Pataja. Sweet Nix is happy gubby, gives Uplander jiggly shine. Give me my gil. Thank you. Okay, where is it? Sundimal. Nope, excuse me. Sundimal. I'll just run into the nearby bits of the landscape. A ledger from Malvin's Gate, you say? Yet more outstanding duty payments. When will those merchants ever learn? Very well, if I catch sight of any of the offenders, I shall drag them to the gate, kicking and screaming if needs be. One more ledger bound for the Bismarck, you say? Follow this path up to the upper decks and you'll find the place. Yep, it's right here. Literally right here. This right here is the Culinarians Guild. Or the Bismarck, as it used to be on the effort. Halalano. Halalano needs help replenishing the Bismarck's larders. Beg your pardons, good sir, but you're an adventurer, are you not? I realize this is sudden, but we urgently need help restocking our larders. We are in the midst of preparing a full-course meal for soon arriving guests, but I fear we are short on fresh lamb for the main course. I would be grateful if you could procure 4 slices for us. I dare say it would be quickest to obtain these directly from the source, wild lambs. In case you are unfamiliar with the creatures, I suggest you speak with Abelfar, a sentry stationed in Bulwark Hall just below the Drowning Wench. So that's our first kill quest. And where's Letitia? There she is. Tax evaders among our patrons, you say? Goodness me! I dare say this may well put an end to their appetite, but this is in the best interest of the city-state. If any of the merchants named in this ledger come to dine with us, I shall see that Malvin's Gate is notified without delay. Hey, another quest. We spare no effort to ensure that all our patrons enjoy the finest food and hospitality, and so it is doubly hurtful when someone decides to leave without settling the bill. Nary a bell ago, a first-time patron did just that. Rashushamal is the one who lovingly prepared the man's meal. She is quite upset by the whole affair and has taken it upon herself to draw an illustration of the offender. Might I trouble you to deliver it to the Yellow Jackets on our behalf? Rashushamal should be done adding the finishing touches by now. Okay, where is she? Up there. I poured my heart and soul into that grilled dodo. If I ever get my hands on that scoundrel, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Here it is, my rendition of the criminal. Please deliver it to Godbert at the Coral Tower. He will know what to do. Let's see the description. A drawing of a man? Pieced together from descriptions given by eyewitnesses to his crimes most heinous. Man? Like, even the description, the descriptive narrator isn't even not sure. Mord. Modern would like to make you a completely legal proposition. Aha. Legal, huh? You're out for coin, adventurer. How'd you fancy working for the Kraken's Arms, one of the greatest pirating crews in Limsa? If you're interested, take yourselves up here. These here steps to the balcony above and talk to Cavalin, our captain. Do right by him and I'll do right by ye. Ah, fuck it, why not? Nope, that's Gerald. That's not the person I was looking for. Cavalin. Greetings, friend, and welcome to the Seventh Sage, purveyors of the finest spices from the East. All of our projects are guaranteed to be obtained through completely legal means. Oh, you do not seek spices but employment? Well then, let us speak of how you might be of service to our organization. Our Misery returned from her latest voyage bearing exotic spices never before seen in Eorzea. I prepared 2 samplers, each of which I would have you deliver to certain individuals. The first is for Gennard, whom you will find at the Coral Tower. The second is for Master Lingsgaff, the head chef of the Bismarck. And do make certain the right person gets the right set. Go now, and return here once you have accomplished the task. A set containing several exotic spices and instructions on how they can be used. Not something you would expect from the captain of a band of bloodthirsty pirates. True. Right, we got the A for right to the Marauders Guild. Or the Coral Tower. And now I have all of the Aethernet shards, I can Aethernet out of the place. Which is very useful. Very, very useful. So, head on through. Talk to Gennard. Welcome to the headquarters of the Yellow Jackets, the keepers of the peace in Limsa Laminza. Is there aught I can assist you with? What the fuck is this accent? A sample of spice courtesy of the Seventh Sage, you say? There is no mistake. This is fire sand, the kind used by the Garleans besides. Quite intriguing. Very well, we will consider placing an order. Oh, you thought that you had brought me spice. I see you are not familiar with the Cavalianisms. For the sake of convenience, he uses the word spice to refer to literally anything he has procured on the high seas. Lest you worry, the man isn't engaged in any activity that is considered piracy. Far from it. Think of him as a trader, a heavily armed one, who represents Laminzan interests in eastern lands. Yep. An alarming number of citizens have gone missing of late, though I suspect you've already heard the rumours. It is essential that we ascertain their safety. To this end, I have prepared a list based on reports from our citizens. Would you be so kind as to deliver it to my colleague in Bulwark Hall? Nedelika is her name. My thanks in advance, friend. Now, I can't remember if I meant to pronounce it, because Ishtoller and Stoller are both used in equal measure. But hey. Good, Alberto. A bilker at the Bismarck, and you have her an artist rendition of the man? Well, yeah, I guess. What in the seven hells is this supposed to be? It looks more like the prow of a ship than a man's face. Look, we would like nothing more than to bring the offender to justice. 'Tis our duty, after all. However, we will need a little bit more to go on than this piece of art. It would be easiest for all involved if our Shushmo were to come here and answer some questions. Please relate to her as much. Ho there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are ye? Any axe worth swinging needs 2 hands on the aft, and has a blade what can make short work of a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more, lad? Then why don't you give you the short version of other guilds found in history, and we can go from there. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will have run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. Aye, it all started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What? I'm aboard, eh? As I was saying, any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste to all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder begin to take shape, especially among pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits. And that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. But once the Galadian Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and the pirates against Limsa's enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild were no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors what sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then you'll find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Look. Breathe. Think it over, then let me know if you fancy joining our ranks. I have a feeling I'll be seeing more of you soon, lad. You've decided to swing an axe with the Marauders, then? Well, yes. Otherwise, I can't actually progress the game. Plus, I kind of need the skills of the Marauders' job. Quests. Alright then, all that needs doing now is to speak with the Axe Master himself. Sounds simple. I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Zone's his name, and put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lad. Good fortune to you. Right, I'm just going to quickly get a chance to breathe. Only downside to an MMO. There's a lot of having to fill in the talking bit. And if I talk too long, I'm just going to kind of just breathe my throat out of my face or something. I don't know. I lost the ability to speak properly. Right. Yes, I am Wernzone. Axe Master they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one that should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries, we seek to overwhelm them. A marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. Ignoring the fact that they're a tank class and technically don't, but, I suppose they do tend to have the most aggro. They have that to their name. Getting the kills, not so much. But hey. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Bilafoto, but once more shall I challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Yes. Very well. Your name? Attend me well then, Arden. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will ofttimes be your own. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the fleeting, scurrying, crawling pest that plague the outskirts and limbs of Lominza. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once free of each creature have fallen to your blade. Up. There we go. Start of... that is another kill quest down. I am going to very quickly go over here. I could go to Culinarian's Guild and finish the rest of the quest, but... this area has the most walking because there's no Aephorite over here, like, really close to the other ones, so... if you're looking for a place to wet your whistle, Scrag, I'd advise you to turn your tail and run. Captain Rosswen's in no mood to be entertaining customers this morning, and even when she is, she ain't particularly good at it. Though, maybe dealing with a customer's the sort of shite that makes Shaker from her doldrums. But if you mean to venture inside the missing member, you best remember to pay your proper respects to Captain, unless you ain't afraid of going missing. Nailing a fodder will be a good start. So this is basically the emotes learning quest, and hello. Since when was there a ladder and a... well, whatever. So, basically use the emotes. Oh, so he is know ya. So he knows his place. Good. If only the Krakens had the same sense of propriety. Bastards keep seizing every galleon ship before we can take a crack at them. 'Tis a sorry state of affairs when your crew's reduced to preying on the leavings of that mangy bunch of man-boys. Me younger self will be right disappointed to see how far we've fallen. And this is me, hopefully getting the spelling correct. And just face palming through the through the table. Say you do know something of me pain, but your sympathy ain't worth more than a pint of piss. As well and good we got the Admiral's permission to capture galleon ships. What's the use if you keep on getting beat to your prey? We built our reputation raving right off the coast of Vilbrand, not sailing a dozen malms into the bleeding sea. The few Imperial dogs found in Laminzan territory get snatched by Krakens hunting in open waters. I rallied me crew's spirits when I said we were reviving the old ways, but after all our struggles, they seemed resigned to letting those bastards have all the fun. Shadow box. Huh? You're trying to make light of me dilemma? Don't push your luck, Scraggle. I got you with a hook like a regular pirate. Again, can't do female voice. Wait, that's it. We're pirates, goddammit, so we should think like pirates. Bugger keeping limbs and water safe. We'll raid supply shipments to the Galleon outpost along the coast of Eldenard. It's so bleeding simple, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Thank you for your unintended inspiration, Scrag. To think I almost had you fed to the sharks. Try and feed me to the sharks. God dang it. Local Slav squad around here. Why are we sitting like this when there's bleeding chairs? We're getting local Slav squad. I have never seen these guys before. Huh. The more I see around the libs. I gather your meeting with the captain went well? I could hear her cackling all the way out here. Well, whatever you did, thank you for doing it. Last thing we needed was her going on another rampage, ruining deck swabs and leaving us with less meat. Tid easy playing by the Admiral's rules, but if anyone can find a way, Captain Rosswin can. And now we're level 3. And I haven't even left the main city or the starting city yet. So yeah, I should have been decently ahead of the curve once I'm done handing in quests. Hananza! And you both for the Fisherman's Guild? I'm afraid now isn't the time. You see, we have recently taken on a commission for a galleon. This task alone has all our hands full. But look, I'll see what I can do. The Fisherman's Guild has long been one of our best clients, and I would be loath to disappoint Sispu. It may yet take a while, but I shall endeavour to have a boat ready in timely fashion. And seeing as I'm playing Marauder, that might be a good idea. 420 XP. Are you in need of some trifling task to pass the time? Then I have just the job for you. Beateron is offering an award to any adventurer who slays at least 5 wharf rats. There's no shortage of the pests lurking outside the Tempest Gate, so you should hurry and take advantage of this opportunity. Right. More kill quests. Try to remember which way around this. I think it's the central one for the others. Joining area. Yeah. Central for where the Marauder. Which also needs wharf rats. Which are outside, so, you know. While I'm here, let's hand in the main quest. I don't think I'm quite the level yet from the XP I'll get from this. Ah, there you are, Haddon. Enjoying your jaunt around the city, did you? If you mean to base yourself in Limbs of the Minza, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. And now you've got some idea what's where, you can start exploring the rest of the town. You've shown a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with old Beateron and you'll go far. I should probably make it sound a bit older, but a bit hard work, really. Yep, ever so slightly too little XP. Also known as not at all. Ever so slightly too little. Oh, there's a quest in here. Sadorjibi. These days, poor Beateron's so busy looking after others, he hasn't been able to look after himself. He deserves something for his efforts. Whenever he's in his cups and starts speaking of the old days, he never fails to mention Orale. Seems he and his mates used to eat the creatures on occasion. It's obvious he still has fond memories of the life, so I'm thinking a few Aurelia umbrellas might be something he'd appreciate. Could you help me by procuring 4 of them? If you're willing to help, speak with Clindrail by the Eighth Castle. She knows where various wild beasts congregate. So I need to go down again. God damn it. Best not be too far from the thing. Maybe. Hang on. Where? Oh, at the edge of the gate. Well, we'll do it the easy way. There's teleporters around here for a reason. While I'm not being perfectly efficient, if I was being perfectly efficient, I'd have skipped way more dialogue. But hey, Roshushmo. I see you're speaking with Godbert. Within the bell, the Yellow Jackets will have that swindling scoundrel locked in a dungeon cell, and then I'll take my filleting knife and... Huh? Goldbed wants me to go to the Coral Tower for questioning? But what more information does he want that my drawing doesn't already provide? Isn't a picture supposed to paint 1,000 words? If the picture's good, yeah. If it's anything like my drawing, no. It paints 1 word and it's shit. A new sample from the Seventh Sage. Alright, let's have a whiff of it then. Ain't smelled nothing like it afore. The notice came with it says it's a root which grows on Elfard. Last I heard, Elfard was under Imperial rule. How the 7 elves did Carvalho manage to get hold of this? Any road? I reckon I can cook up something fresh and new with it. Thanks for the delivery, friend. Right, let's go hand this in. And then we can teleport off to other locations. I have a feeling that person is trying to take pictures. Or they're just standing there for shits and giggles. Welcome back. It would seem both samples were rather well received, and this is in no small part due to our affable courier. 'Tis unfortunate, but notoriety accumulated over the course of years does not fade overnight. There are many still who are hesitant to do business with savage pirates, yet the old days of piracy have passed, giving way to a new wave of opportunity. My crew and I have decided to embrace this wave. With the Admiral's blessing, we engage in a form of trade with Garlean ships. Everything we do, you may rest assured, is within the law. Good old piracy. Legal piracy. The closest safe right is here. Need to go to the Airfreight Plaza. I may as well just walk. It's literally right there. And then over the other side, I think. Nope, over here. The other quests around here I can't take because I need to be level 10 first. And have done a certain set of quests. Anyway, Nedelic. Welcome to Lenza Lemenza. If there's aught you wish you would like to know, feel free to... You've got something for me, you say? A missing persons list? I'm not sure I follow. Thanks for bringing the list. I'll be sure to memorize these names. If any of the missing persons reappear, you can count on me to spot them. Most folk enter the city via the Sever Drift, which means they must pass through Bulwark Hall. That's why I'm on constant watch here and under cover so as to keep an eye out for suspicious activity. I've been doing this for so long, I've become a pretty good judge of character. If there are shady characters skulking about, you can rest assured I can pick them out. Oh, nope. The Tamil. There we go. Sounds like you're already in the Yellow Jacket's good graces. You truly are a model adventurer, a paragon among your fellows. Do you think you could do me a favor? You see, I'm supposed to go and fill up all the street lamps with oil so that they'll stay lit through the night. But thanks to this business of missing people, I can't simply up and leave my post. If you could tend to the street lamps in my stead, I'd be eternally grateful. Oh, and when you're finished, please fetch more oil from Sissy Poo and the Fisherman's Guild. We're running low here, and she has care of our stores. So this is the alternate route down to thingy. But quest. The Bismarck wants fresh lamb, does it? Gods, I could do with a slice myself, fresh off the grill and dripping in its own juices. Sorry, friend, I haven't had a single bite to eat since my shift began. Anyway, you can get lamb easily enough by hunting the lambs that graze outside the city. Go through the Zephyr Gate and follow the path east and south for a bit. You'll run into the fluffy and tasty critters before long. Right. Head out, back down this way. Right, this is another alternate route to the Fisherman's Guild. Like I said, all the side quests in the basic starting cities are to get you acquainted with. These will be the last ones I pick up, by the way. Once I'm done with these, once I'm done with these side quests, it's going to be pretty much MSQ all the way. Alright, I don't think it's down here. No, it's the other way. That way leads to a quest that I cannot pick up for 50 levels. 60 levels. 60 levels. 57, I think. 67. 70? No. No, it'd be level 60 when you get it. Right. Gonna just dump all this oil. All of the oil. Nope, don't link it in chat. That is not what I want to do. Oh, God. Now, seeing as I'm kind of mimicking the Warrior of Light's progression, I might end up leveling other classes on this character. But considering that it requires me to get Dragoon to 50 and Monk to 60, and yeah, that's a lot of grinding. Thank God there's no healers. But it's all the DPS. Ah, whatever. You're doing what? Sigh! What am I gonna do with that girl? She has the nerve to ask me for work, twaddling tripe about her savings, only to foist it on the first adventurer that comes along. Being young and pretty does not give you a license to shirk responsibility. I shall get a royal, alright, and a piece of my mind to boot. And my XP is almost full. So I can almost pick up the next story quest. Okay. First, Aft Castle. Thus, all of these, but one, requires me to go out the city. It will soon be all of these plus 2, but that's aside the point. Baron actually likes Aurelia umbrellas? Gods, I never considered trying to eat one of those foul things. Nevertheless, if it's Aurelia you seek, you ought to find plenty by the river just out past the Tempest Gate and to the east. So, head out here. Way. And we get a level up from exploration XP. Well, I'm still surprised it gives me the whole entire map, but hey. Now, technically I can get most of the kills out here, because there are ladybugs, there are wolf rats, the Aurelia down there, and I believe the sheep over there. But I think the sheep are way higher level. For now, though, slow and steady axe murdering, because I need to murder them. These being level 1, they won't give you a lot of XP. Not that they give massive amounts of XP anyway, but they go down in 2 hits, which is nice. Especially having my full, well, part of a combo. First thing I'm going to do is stop putting things on my bar. So I'm going to cover up half the bloody screen with a interface, but lets me set up the bar now and save me the work later. Right, that's 2 of the quests. And then I need lambs for the other one. If I zoom out, what I can do is not really shrink it a bit, because yeah, it gets a bit small. Yep, that one there. There. Where the Aurelia go? Over there. Okay. Vengeance can go down here. Storm Path is the one I want to put there. Hey look, they're level 4. This goes here. That is home gang, it goes there. It's not the level 51? Huh. Being a tank, I literally don't have to pay much attention to combat. At least early on. Okay. Nope, I need to kill one more. God damn it. Tomahawk. I just tried to press the button for it, despite the fact it says level 15 here. And I can't throw it. Okay, let's drop the roll actions down on here. I need another hotbar. Whoops. Oh well. It'll do for now. I can set up things properly. Arm's length goes on here. And interject's gonna have to come down here for now. Okay, the dodos, they're not sheep. That's badly annoying. Ah well, we'll go this way. I'll be out here again later for main story, but I don't need any more quests at this point. So we're just gonna take a trip over here while I finish setting up the bars. Or pulling things off the top. Set up bars later. I think it's actually this way around, but I have it normal. So that'll just save me setting it up later. Can't copy the hotbars from my other characters, so sad days, but fini. Fini. It is fine. Right. So now we're in Middle Lanosa, which is the place it was gonna send me before. And look, lamps. That are level 4, so they'll give the most XP. For they are the same level as me. They do take an extra hit, but I'm sure we can deal with that. I probably picked the worst class to, like, show off the combat in this. Or one of the worst class types, at least initially. Because, yeah, tanks are fairly slow to start with. They don't have much in the way of off cooldown stuff. And you know what, while we're at it, I need hotbar 5. Should be this one. So I'm going to point myself in this way and auto run, and then quickly try and sort this into the way I want it to look. And then I need to change the the hotkeys on that. Because I'm going to chuck this and this and this onto there and this. Right. So up to the upper decks. I'm pretty sure there's nothing I need to hand in down here. It's all upper deck stuff. Yep. Easy enough. I think my voice is going. I'm not even sure. Have you had any luck obtaining the fresh lamb? Please hurry, the guests are arriving at any moment now. 4 slices of fresh lamb and right in the nick of time. Thank you ever so much. 'Tis times like these I feel fulfilled in my role. I used to be a chef myself, you see, but my skills weren't quite up to par. So when the Bismarck expanded operations, I asked to be made its provisioner instead. This way I can still be part of the business in spite of my shortcomings. And I will in fact take gear. Woo! I can now accept the level 5 quest. Fun fact. Not quite a level 5 yet. And this is the first part of our adventure into multi-weighted gear. So, Marauder's Guild. Down in this quest. Boop. You are returned to me a different man. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you're capable. But there is much training to be done before you wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. You shall have this hunting log to aid you in that endeavor. Its pages are marked with opponents suitable for honing your skills. There are, of course, myriad methods by which you might improve your techniques, but when the way forward is not readily apparent, the log provides a reliable source of challenges. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless, such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. And the next quest is available now, because I'm level 5. Arden, you approach me with a Marauder strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of the hesitation that marked our first meeting. I didn't move. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what sets the axe aside from the gladius or the dagger? It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade. And that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by extraordinary physical strength. Thus we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generations of the guild. A method that you, too, shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Braun Bar in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. Oh, so much for the main story. Well, let's get this underway. Technically, class quests are part of the main story anyway, so... And you... The Axemaster told me you'd be in your way. My name's Brombar. Good it is to meet a new marauder. Now, we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. But you can't just use any old string. You need to hit the rock just so. Rock game, a fellow marauder is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate, by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Well, I'll be heading out there later, so let's go to Baderon and hand stuff in. Baderon? Baderon. I'll call it Baderon. There's no E, but... I shall save myself the walk. Or most of the walk, anyway. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. Dum da dum da dum. Hey, look, another side quest. It would give gear. I'm not too fussed about gear for now. But hey. So Jimmy said an adventurer might be dropping by to deliver something special. That's you, lad. 1 second. Ah, hells, lad, you didn't have to go to all this trouble. This goddamn smell. I've hated Aurelia umbrellas since I was a sellsword. 'Tis only the nastiest shite I ever put in my mouth. We tried sprinkling it with salt and cooking it over a campfire, but 'twas still a little better than chewing on driftwood. Try it for yourself, lad, and you'll see what I mean. And I'll take the hemp and tabard. Ah, so you slew a few rats. Good on you, lad. This bloke comes through the other day and plops his huge axe the size of a bleeding gooboo on the counter, saying any man what slays rats can have something with him in. When I inquires as to why, all he says is the damn noise they make when they're scuttling around is driving him insane. Yes, me though, he was already a bit touched. Something tells me the poor lad will never find peace. Have a right patch. And now we grab the main quest. So that's giving 1,800. That is near enough an entire level at this point in time. It's definitely a level at the moment. Still in limbs or are you adding? How'd you fancy a trip outside the city walls? I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Stalewind, is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if you can believe that, and has been trying to bring a bit of life back to the fields after the calamity ruined the soil. You mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I gave you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work hard and impress the old bastard. You need questions? The place ain't hard to find, just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northeast. I'm pretty sure my voice is going to be dead by the end of tonight. If anyone's wondering why I started earlier, it's because, yeah, there is a lot to this game. I wanted to get as much done from the get-go. Plus I felt like a change from FF7, so what better than to do a different FF, you know? Not like there's plenty of those. Okay, what was I looking for? Zephyr Gate? Zephyr Gate. Oh, you got... I have not counted on it. Kind of just draining my ability to speak, though, apparently. Okay, I'm gonna very quickly kill these because they're hunting log marks. And I should probably put the hunting log back on the on another key, but for now, this'll do. Oh, I didn't equip all the gear. Whoops. There we go. Now we're slightly more red, and do slightly more damage. It's not noticeable, but it's slightly more. Sure? There was something else that needed to die for the Marauder, but hey. Where's the hunting log? Little ladybugs, that's what. These little buggers. Aurelia and B-Cloud. Little ladybug, dodos, mandragoras, and bogies. Pretty much all of these are on the main quest line, pretty much. Give or take. That's the whole point of the hunting log, to be done as you're doing the main quest, so. Like there. B-Cloud. Rock game. Greetings, lad. Ready to split some stone? I have 3 nice hard rocks for you to build up a sweat on. Don't try anything fancy now. Just hit him with a good, solid, heavy swing. The default basic. Anyway. Come on, have a go, rock. And shoot. That's a bee. Let's leave the bees alone for now. And shoot. That's the way to do it, lad. Now you've got the idea, why don't you have at him with a little order with that heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. Rocks? There. Oh, we're gonna murder this bee on the way through. Donk. The hunting log basically just gives XP and seals, I believe? I think it gives seals. Okay, it just gives XP. What it gives seals? Thinking of the wrong one. Ah well. Fwonk. Come at me, B-Cloud. I'm so unthreatened, I'll destroy this rock. Oh, really? I'm so unthreatened, I'll destroy this rock. There we go. Apparently, I'm threatened enough to be distracted from smashing a rock. Hang on. This cloud needs to die. Level 6. Berserk. Guarantees all attacks are crits and direct hits. Aye, I can see you're a natural. My head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to Axemaster Windzone and let him know you're ready for something harder. First, we go over here. And lose the ability to breathe, apparently. Oh, God. Jeez. I should probably go get something to drink, but... Nah. More 14. Oh, look. Tiny mandragores that need to be killed for my hunting log. So, a crit direct hit, or a critical direct hit, is when you did both a critical hit and a direct hit at the same time. A direct hit is, well, a critical hit is, well, obvious. It is a more powerful hit. A direct hit is a less powerful critical hit, but it happens way more often. And apparently there's a fate going on over here. I'm going to ignore it though. So yeah, the Berserk one is, Berserk allows you to get criticals and direct hits at the same time, which is known as a crit direct hit. And yeah, it's direct hit stacked with crits damage. A lot of more damage compared to the other. Right, that's what we're going to do here. Is this safe for it? We're not going to do it, we're going to activate it. So I have to teleport back to here. Which, fair enough, gives me teleport. First thing I'm going to do, actually, because I have the thing, I'm going to register this as a free location. And then I'm going to return to Limsa. Guess I'm gonna be here for the foreseeable future, quest-wise. So it's better if I kill things now and then move back later. So, main reason I'm coming back is to go up to the Marauders Guild. And hand in the quest. Or progress the quest, apparently. Has the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind, Arden? An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster Stead, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalo-crabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on official marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Solquib. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. Let's go pick up our conjurer. Bronba! Nope, where is she? Solquib! Aye, Aaron, I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks. I suppose Wern Zoan expects me to give you the details then. Very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear out a megalo-crab nest near the Mourning Widow in Lower Lanus. Lower Lanosa. I shall trust you to find your own way there. Just don't forget your axe. Fair enough. Kill some crabs, basically. How close to the edge of... Oh, they're not actually that fair. Cool. In which case... where's the door? We shall go do this. To... Lower Lanosa. From here, we go this way. Oh, Aurelia. Let's kill these while I'm here, actually. We'll start with the ones furthest away, and then move in closer. I badly timed that, by the way. I should have waited until it's over half to execute, but hey. That's that part of the hunting log done. Crabs! Looks as if nobody's home. Mayhap they knew we were coming. Aid! I need aid! Please, it's me grandson. Them snippers got him. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, Arden. We need to move, now. Well, duh. Like I'm poked out and blinked at the moment. But hey. Hacks. I like the sprinting animation for everyone. Marauder Warrior. But hey. So, level sync is the thing. If I was above level 9, I'd be brought down to it, and I will have skills and such as if I was a level 9 character. It's one of the things some people don't like about 14, but I personally think it's fine. Ah, bugger and shite! Get away from me, you good bloody great bastard! I will stir menacingly. Shift your ass. And one of my favorite themes. By far. Okay, so I don't have any AoEs, which is a shame. But hey. Apparently I do not have aggro on the Megalo Crab either. That's a shame. But I'm not high enough level to get an aggro on the Megalo Crab easy. Not that it'll survive for long, but... That is a lot of crabs. Thankfully, the NPCs in the early fights have a lot better HP, so we's good. We's good on that front. Also, that's level 15. No wonder I'm missing half my attacks. For reference, they changed the accuracy system in this, like, ages ago. And it's entirely based on character level versus enemy level. Which is fine when most fights in the game are you versus enemy that is roughly roughly the same level or lower. When you're good 9 levels lower, it's a bit of an issue. Can still fight them, as evidence right here, but there we go. And easily the best part of this game is the music. By far. Thank you, mister. I thought I was dead for sure. Why did it turn into fucking... What? I can't even play outside no more. What have all these scary monsters about? Me ma and me da, they was both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. An aurochs, big as a mountain. But I bet you could beat it. Aye, make it pay for what it did to my folks. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like Arden here who'll be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. You let us worry about that big, nasty bugger. Also, I like how the kid can swear. Just casually swears, you know. If it was the real word, it'd be slap around the back of the head, but, you know. Whatever. Consider your first duty a success, Arden. It's time you headed back as well, before Warren's Zone begins to worry I've left your corpse for the crabs. The other marauders just stood there looking at me like, yep. Yep. What? Oh. I was like, why did it go ba-ding? As though I've got a message. I haven't. But hey. So I can't do this. It is on a timer. There's no way I spent 15 minutes doing that just then. So I'm going to have to walk all the way up this hill just to get back into the city. Oh well. I'm going to check the hunting log actually. So dodos, bogies, an aurochs, raider, megalo crab. Pretty much all of these are in the middle, apart from these. But we'll get to them eventually. We've run past them already. Okay. So... Just gonna head this away. And head over to the Marauders Guild. And then hand in the quest. So, Alcazolka. Anyway. So, you have shattered the shells of the megalocrabs and saved the life of a child into the bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merit. Well done, Arden. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it is unusual for such crabs to be found so near the stead. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast of which I speak is a known terror in the lands of Lanosa, ever seeking to expand its territory, and that boy's parents were but two of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of vengeance flit through your mind, Arden? Nurture those urges, but do not yet act upon them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become the raging behemoth this challenge demands. And I get a level 5 thing, and I can grab a piece of level 5 gear, which... Ideally, I should go with that, because, well, because it's better. It actually gives me a bonus, whereas this just gives me more defense, so it's not too much of a loss for now. Now level 7. Doing a level 4 quest. But hey. So, now that's done, let's actually do that level 4 quest. So, Summerford Farms. It will cost me nothing, because I said it is a free location. Probably should have said the main Averite is a free location as well, but yeah, no. It's a return. I'm usually returning at the end of several minutes of gameplay, so not too big of an issue. So, we're Staleworm. Ah, you must be the adventurer Bearderon promised to send along. Arden Shepard, wasn't it? You honored his words, so that's a good start. I'm Staleworm, the old bastard. And I skipped a bit of dialogue there. As Bearderon likely described me. And this here is my humble agent. I'm gonna have to open the thing. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas. And if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship, like it did for so many others, and I was so wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Maelweb's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the field seemed to find an offer to refuse. Hey look, a moral. Or an ass. Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train 'em have been wringing their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and where it's needed. You'd think pirates wouldn't have too much trouble, but hey. Now I will take the boots. And I'll equip them. I have an eye level 5, so it should be good. I've a mind to set you a task, Shepard, but before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It might well be that the ones here have traded in their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. So head, body, hands, legs, feet. Gear of item level 5 or greater. Which? Head, body, hands, legs, feet. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Erstwhile buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the looks of you, I'd say you'll have little trouble getting their attention. I don't need that. I've already got one. Ah, Shepard! That aura of confidence tells me that you've not been idle since last we met. Literally stood still. I hope I've read you right. For I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Whee, potions. More pot. Oh yeah, I need to set up the hotbar. Whoops. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumours of the abductions. Aye, citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa Lominsa, as if plucked from the face of Hydaelyn, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen. But it seems a collection of right unsavoury fellows with azure-tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the fields and spying on me yeomen. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinised by such savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of rumour, come for their hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry, and their work's suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Good lad. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around Seasong Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful, though, shepherd. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, alright? And basically, I didn't intentionally pick shepherd for the Mass Effect style reason. I actually picked it because of, well, but hey. Oh yeah, Chocobo Keep. Whoops. Can't hire them yet. Probably be kind of useful later, but for now, let's head to the Seasong Grotto, which is over there, roughly just above where the Summerford Farm thing showed up. While we're moving. Hotbar. 5. And then... No. Okay. I need to... What? Hang on. Hang on a minute. Okay. I am mildly confused. But... whatever. I'm gonna turn it into this one, I think? No, 2x6. That's what I'm looking for. And then I'll move this and this. Shift. Think that's the way I have it. Stun. No. That way. And lock again. So, stun, interrupt, provoke, give enmity away because I feel like trolling someone. Right. Head down the bottom to the grotto. Hey look, bogies. They don't look like the kind of bogies I've ever seen before, but yeah. Also, wow, the sound effects were a lot louder than I remember. I swear they're turned down. Move these down slightly further. They are actually hurting my ears. Though I think that might be because I've got the volume doubled. Whoops. Bring this back up a bit. I apologize. Bring it up to 40. That all of them? Yeah, good. Okay, here we go. Now to do a very shit impression of another character. About to enter an instance battle, yada yada yada. Level sync in effect, level 9.
I am the waves that bear, I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Oh, thank God it didn't require me to. I cannot do an impression. Also, wow, that's level 12. Which means I am going to miss some of my attacks. Joy. Also not going to pull aggro. I am getting a boost to my stats though, apparently. Interesting. Also, I've just noticed the things off. So yeah, combat at the moment, not particularly tricky. So while it's doing that, I'm going to literally... Oh, no, there's the other thing I need to deal with. So I will very quickly do this. Rights justified. 10 life. Do. There we go. So now that the things are going to the left rather than right, and yep. I was like, why is the status effect on the wrong side of the map? Whoops. Goober. I'm gonna squish these other goobers. I don't need to, but I will die if I take too much damage. Funny how that works. But once this goober goes down, it should be it. Pretty much. Also, her arrow spell does 169 damage.
Phew!
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one.
You're a rock.
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Awake again, are we? Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion. Piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether? I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
So, now we've got a crystal, and we've met one of the NPCs. We got a met along the way. Got a met along the way. Got a met along the way, yes. Fuck the English language. I wonder why I'm not monetized. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the time I've played so far, and I was like, how am I only at 2 and a bit hours? But yeah, I'm very glad that those cutscenes are voiced, because trying to do an impression of that character. I don't think I could pull it off. For one, female. I'm not exactly great at female voices. Two, she has a certain tone that's tricky. A very specific way of it, and I cannot pull it off in my own head. Yep. So, back to Steelweirn. Shepherd, right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about here in what sounded like all 7 hells are breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd send you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think that you risked your life for that. A blade pulled from the back of the... Oh, gods. Turn off the thing. From the back of the creature is it? Aye, I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep and set a maddened gobu on you. Aye, the pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto? I wonder with a strange companion. Ah, Istola! She's been in Limsa for a good while now. Her studies at the Aether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is in those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate pasts. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of the buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Shepherd. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in a far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa into the brighter future she deserves. And I'll take the potions. So we're up to level 7 quests. That Seasloth Severin is never around when there's work to be done. I'd soon hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that Stalevern would like a word, and don't take no for an answer. Hit him with the axe, got it. I mean, what? So there's a couple around here, somewhere. And the back. There we go. Work? Ah! Can't work with my hands are full lifting this mug. You know I'd wager me last gill you'd never guess what I'm drinking. Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day doing Stalewern's chores if it'll afford me a taste of proper grog. It's one. I think it's yeoman, but yeoman? Yeoman. Is he inside the building? I say no, man. He might be inside this one, though. Or he's outside the walls. He's outside the walls, isn't he? Head off to the left. Yeah, there he is. Sozai Razai. How am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on, have a guess at what I had for breakfast. What? Gods, how'd you know? It's my breath in it. It probably smells as wooden as the food tasted. But I know why you're here. I'd just as soon get some real food in me, but I ain't want to reject a summons from the captain. Smart boy. Smart Lalafell. Don't know why he's walking off in this direction. But, you know. I'm very much in a friggin' West Country accent mood. Which is a problem when not all of these probably speak Western. Well, actually, they probably do. But Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stumps. You know what I did in my Sterling days. Want onslaught? You bet your beard I did, lad. Aye, those were the days. I reckon now I'll have to be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. I mean, if Gorlians show up. Anywho. Now, there might actually be an enemy around here I can beat up for hunting log XP. Actually, there's two. But hey. So, Stalewind sent you. And what do you reckon I say to that? I've saucier seeds to sow? Damn right! Didn't get where I am by taking guff from any glorified gardeners. But I suppose I could see what he wants to get him off my back. Right, let's have a look-see. No, they won't spawn here, will they? Oh no, there we go. That's one of them. I am going to pull aggro on just about everyone that sees me, but, you know. I am going to kill these and then leave, by the way. Because, yeah, I may be a tank. I do not have infinite health. I don't have the broken abilities that make this class ungodly levels of self-sufficient. So, until I do, I will have to make do with pulling small amounts, he says, as he ran into the middle of a camp of raiders. But hey, there we go. That should be all of them. Yeah. Run! Before we die! Thank you! Where was the last guy? He's over here, I think. Somewhere behind this rock? There. Oh, it's Severin himself. Oh, it's this shitbag. I am Severin. You're the old man's errand boy now. Tell my dear old captain not to wet his britches. I'll be along. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you're riding on and ride on out. I am shoving this axe so far up your arse. Okay, head up. I might actually end the stream a bit earlier today because, yeah, I think my voice is going. But I did start early anyway, so it's fair. Okay, Mr. Purple Coat. You continue to impress, lad. All but Severin are accounted for. It's no fault of yours he squirmed out. I've let that worm wiggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, the next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all such worms belong. Level up. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some, like you, who can be trusted, but then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on the charlatan Severin, even though I am full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if that were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Shepherd. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. Right, let's go beat up the gobbies. Gobby beatings. Oh, that's one thing I'll go off the beating track to do. Beating track? The beating track, yes, the beating track. The beaten track to do is get my chocobo as soon as I possibly can. Because, yes, having mounts would be nice. Mount speed is faster than walking speed. And makes this constant back and forth a little less tedious. Severin, you piece of shit! Poke him. Poke him! What's this now? Still in send you for the oranges? Huh, so the old bugger had known all this time. Ah, what does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Go rescue my mates from these double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Aha. I mean, it's entirely your fault. Yeah, trusted goblins. Or the goblins around here. But hey. Bloody muggers. Hit him with an axe. Dead. Okay, I'll just save you. I owe you one. I would have gotten away myself if not for Severin shoving me aside. Well, I'll go shove something up his ass. If you hadn't come, me dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. Arim Hus. Severin sent you. Ha! The way he flew out of here, I was sure he'd sold us down the river. Okay. Let's go batter Severin with a stick. You saved me, mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I've no qualms about going back on me word. I'm only giving you the sack 'cause I like the cut of your jib. Take it to our sign and send him my regards. Uh-huh. So, head up this hill here. What have we here? A delivery from some of the farms and as scheduled. Ah, there's a first time for everything. Why is he farmer? Why does my accent just want to make it a farmer all the time? Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only things not here are those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit. It still wins payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach him. Sounds good to me. And because I have the teleport for free, we shall teleport for free to Summerford Farms. Whee! Right. Saves me the work. The work over the road. All the way down the road, all the way back up. Still with him. Back in one piece. That's a relief. How did you fare, shepherd? Here's a sack of gill. Not use the sack of gill. Ah, this is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed, alright. Though I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for Severin. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but to sell us all short in favour of those god's-forsaken goblins. You'd do well to mind yourself around that two-gill cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Okay, we can now upgrade. It's not much of an upgrade. So I'm going to take the elegant bronze. Okay, next main quest. It's over the side of the Inside. Up the top and not actually on him. Hello? Oh, there he is. Good cunt. Good cunt. It's an old guy. Blast! At this rate, the crops will never be ready to harvest. If only we had black loam, just a bit could send our stocks soaring. I'll bet Rochrida knows where you can find some. Perhaps you might pay a visit in the orchard? Whee! Dum 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 da da dum da dum dum da da dum da dum 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 dum. Got to go down the road, got to go into the orchard. She's over here somewhere. There she be. Femoral. You can't go ahead of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any black loam. But if you dare to pinch some from the cook pot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the orcs that dwell there. Once you're 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to Frewell at Tiller's Rest. He'll know what to do. Well, be this bit here. Over here. So I'm gonna go this way. Just to avoid the aggro hell that is over there. Save me the work of eating half the damage on the way there. Half the damage? All of the damage. All of the damage. Up da 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 dee da do. Ba ba da ba da ba. Bees. Aurochs. Aurochs for my hunting log. I will ask them some questions. The question being, why won't you die? Get here. As long as I can get that second maim off, it's not too big of an issue. Please die. Thank you. Bum 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 bum. I'll kill one more on the way out. I'm just gonna grab the stuff as much as possible without aggroing the others. Up, 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 up! Oh! Oh, we were so close. I challenged it and lost. Well, take out the wounded Auroch. Yep. Look the other way, please. While I just steal the black loam. Thank you. Right, and now we return. He's up there. Okay. To the right and up the hill. So what have we got left? It's the dodos, isn't it? Dodos and the megalo crabs. Do 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 boo. Hup. Okay. Frewell. Ah, even the weeds live and die in this desolate dirt. Here, have some shit. But a bit of this black loam ought to change all that. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering black loam's not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? Oh, don't tell me Gurkhant and Rothweder are neglected to mention where black loam comes from. Well, surely you figured it out on your own from the cloying stench. It comes from the Auroch's lair of all places. Well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us the black loam. Brought us the black loam. And we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. And now I will not take this. The thing I have is already giving me a massive buff. Beast gauge indicates whether defiance is in effect. It's currently over here. Yes, I will buy the black loam. The black loam that I don't need to buy and have collect. God damn it. Beast Cage, come over here. Come, join me over my buffs. Although, actually, I can pull you down further because... that, there. So now I have my tank stance. Very well. Confounded pirates! They know nothing of tilling, only killing, stealing our shovels to melt and forge into axes of all things. They're biting the hands that feeds them, the mangy mongrels. I'd love to teach these curs lessons in obedience myself if I hadn't sworn to stay away and that I wouldn't fight no more. Accidentally hit the button. So I need you to bring back our farm tools and make sure those dogs reap what they've sown. AKA, go hit people with axes. Which I've been doing for a while. So that's all I do. I hit you with an axe. And apparently I don't know who to pull the aggro, but... Hi, come here. Or come here, maybe? Because I can. I actually wanted to see how they changed the Realm Reborn, and seeing as they've buffed all the stuff. Plus, starting a new on stream is probably the best place to start a new. It's easier than gee gods, man. I'll save you from your fate. For I have overpower, apparently. There we go. It was either this or do recordings and, well, might as well stream. Stream works. Oh, thank you for the heal, random dude. Head back over. Definitely got the tools back now. Very well. Hey, plus it gets me to do a lot of accents, so... Really bad accents, but accents nonetheless. I wonder what those sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Here's some tools. Ah, good to see the tools back, and in serviceable condition. Which will be more than we can save Severin when we get our hands on him. That wretch likely had a role in the theft. Spied him meeting the pirates in secret, I did. I couldn't care less if the wastrel won't work, but when he consorts with cut purses that take our tools away, he's crossed the line. Still, we ought to know what sort of scalawag he's dealing with. Take word to him, would you? What I'm going to do is open my inventory and move the inventory over here. And I'll have to move the other bed later. It's just getting awkward. Awkward to grab the damn thing. Plus, I'm curious how long it actually takes to get through the main storyline, just pushing story. And considering the considerable boost to XP, it's going fairly swiftly right now. Still win. I mean, what? I'm at level 10 and I've been streaming for 2 hours 40 odd. So, fairly decent pace. Pirates making off with our tools. Freywell did well not to take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my crops. But I'll be damned if Severin thinks he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. New weapon, yes. Level 11. I've come to expect a great deal from you, lad, and you've never once let me down. Yet, what I'd ask of you now goes beyond aught I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? Yeah, it's really freaking quick if you're skipping all the cutscenes. I think it's like playing a couple of days is go on another character because grouping with other people. It's just like 1 to 15. I'm skipping cutscenes. It's like zoom. Just zoom through all the content. But hey, it eases my mind to have you here. You're no doubt familiar with that scoundrel Severin by now. Well, the scheming scapegoat Grace's scapegoat, yes, scapegoat. Read. Well, the scheming scapegrace is at it again. Since that letter came for him, he's been skulking about in that manner he does when he's up to no good. Now he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when last I had words with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. I can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. So I was hoping you might hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. The ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't bring myself to cut him loose. I suppose he reminds me a bit of my younger self. Suffice it to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I'd try asking Grinwada at the Ifrit. She was the last one to see him. I dare say she'll be able to tell you where he was headed. Yeah, you can stay at range and don't have to get up close, and higher damage for one, being an archer, and being DPS. Oh, is she underneath? She under? Nope, of course not. Why am I expecting anything to be under here? I'm pretty sure there is something under there at some point, but there she is. Grinwada. Nothing that passes through these gates escapes my notice. I saw the Rouser and his rabble set out for Ward Whisper Canyon not long ago, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Cheeky sods said I should join them. I told them I'd rather shrivel up to sip whatever it was that prickled their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure and give him a cuff round the ear from me, will you? Happily. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of bots. Bots possibly going up to level 60 if they're running off the free trial, but I don't think they are, so... Then again, they only usually work on the starter edition, so... Won't be too surprising if they were going up to 60. It being level 60 cap now on that. Wait, hang on. Just deserts. Hang on a minute. I do actually need to go pick up this. But I'll do it once I'm done here. I think I end up going back to Limsa soon anyway. For now... Ali. Come on, Ali. Oh. Sure, I can do this before. No, I can leap off that way. But I could go this way. Ilmir! Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deeds that slippery bastard's done. Claiming to take the lads out for a drink, only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. It don't get no lower than that. Course, I've learned to stay ahead of Course, I've learned to stay a step ahead of old Severin, so I was ready. But the others weren't so lucky. You've got to help them. No, sure. Ring to 50, earring from pre-order, and oh shit, yeah, earring. I should probably get the ring as well. Need to get the headband from France. That's the one I forgot. Not that it'll matter soon, I'm probably going to hit 25 soon enough. I think that's the limit, 25 or 30, unless it got extended. My axe may as well have been a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards in there are done for. Hey, Rosai. Can we just leave Severin today? Yep. Fair dues. It'll just auto unequip itself as well, because it's a git. Severin might have got us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that conniving bastard's debt. To arms! And the level sync for this is 13. Okay. Fair dues. A true knave. You betray even yourself, Severin. Ugh. Oh, I've done all but the dodos and the megalocrabs on the hunting log. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the Serpent Reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. And I'm going to put an axe through your skull. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless wretch, your life is all you have left. It's reminded me of Minx. Or Mr. Face. Mr. Face is probably the more terrifying option. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. Creepy fellow in a cloak. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. It's a rock. I like how they don't think to move faster. Ah well, there we go. This adventurer won't have a chance against a giant rock. Nope, squish. Also, apparently it mumbles. Huh. Let's time Berserk properly for a change, shall we? This isn't even... Granted, I am a level above it, but... And have Berserk, so... I'm just gonna ignore this. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna do. Yeah. You lose, bruh. Pretty sure that's Lahab. Red. That golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. Boop. From here it's down to the south? Is it lower or upper? Oh no, I have to do initial voice. The snakes live it away. Pfft, that was bad. That was terrible. I am only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. Echo. Those pirates do not belong to any of the known limins and factions. Whom then do they serve? The Beast Tribes? Surely not. But the timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Sahuagin and Kobold activity. Something is afoot. The question is, what? Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? 12 help us if it should prove so. Libza would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone 2. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence. The seas continue to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It is as Louisoix foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and the ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of Charlemagne ring more true. Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see Aether. Yet now that I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlemagne seem commonplace. Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today the Maelstrom officially makes that great hole in the sea its training ground. Join in the celebrations. Wait, a disturbance in the etheric flow? But whence does it emanate? Seasong Grotto, perhaps? And so... Wait, hang on. Nope, there's a bit more. What have we here? Can you walk? We have a Severin. "'Tis I. Regrettably, no, he eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore." You collapsed from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered? Severin here has apprised me of all that transpired. His account sheds some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem of all things. A golem is a mindless automaton, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing, so arcane are its workings. But then these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Sahuagin. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Stalewind will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him of your preservation, but I am certain he would like to thank you in person. Pray pay the man a visit. Ah, he told me of you, but perchance he did not tell you of me. My name is Ishtola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the Aether in the hope that it might offer up some clue as to our predicament. I'd say I owe you my life, but I don't cover it. Fucking jeez. If it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. 'Tis a debt I can never repay, but I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms and I'll face the consequences. For reasons I cannot fathom, you see, forgive me. Mayhap we shall have the chance to speak again when I have marshalled my thoughts. Until our paths next cross, farewell. And so ends the bad Ishtola impression. Thank God. Downright fucking terrible Ishtola impression. Right. Don't have to walk. However, there are megalocrabs nearby. I'm going to impact megalocrab with axe. Before I go this way. I should probably actually go kill the dodos as well, I suppose. Nope, excuse me. Don't get stuck on the fence. Megalocrab. This is my axe. Whack. At least the fate's not up. Otherwise I'd just pull aggro on that boss immediately. I do not feel like pulling aggro on a Fate boss. I have a feeling that would have very much shortened my lifespan. That should be enough. Yep. Back to some of it. Oh shoot, I've just realised my eggs have fallen off. Oh well. Eggs. Another egg. Although actually I'll probably not play for another hour total, so. Lo! I knew you'd return. Istola delivered Severin a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you. The rest came shuffling back too, the lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that and the rest. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall to the Tolagan. 7 hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not to but the fishbacks flunkies. Us pirate ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We've got a code, see? But the Reavers have never followed a word of it. A few years back they started snatching law-abiding Leminsons. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sawagan masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home, Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long round here, and word soon spread, all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the Reavers offered me a way out instead. My freedom in exchange for my mates. The letter. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. Aye, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear 'em talk of how you stood up to the Reavers at the last, of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your Beveren. Beveren? Beveren! Beveren! Fucking, that's not even the same word. That's what? Hang on. I know that I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I'll bring shame to the farm no more. You'll hear no more arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you at Summerford Farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debt, Staleward. I have given up on keeping to the same accent for them. I owe you a debt too, Arden. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask one more favour of you, it'd be this. Tell Baderun what's happened, from start to finish. I'm certain he'd put in a good word for Severin if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked you all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, son. And return to Limsa. Right. First thing first, we go hand in this quest. Pick up the next one. So we'll overwrite up to the F castle. And then into Pulp. Pulp. Where is the pub? Right. It's funny how easy it is to do this accent. It's not far from my own, so it's fairly swift to get to. But still, it's a bad accent. Bloody hells, life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. Ah, but you needn't be worrying yourself over young Severin. The Yellow Jacket has hands out. The Yellow Jacket has hands out the punishments is a good mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from Angin to Keelolan. Kind gent that he is. Hang on a minute. I'm only jesting with you. I'll see he's treated fair. Now it sounds to me like you've done everything old Stalewern asked you and more. Justifying me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lad. Uh-huh. As for her reward, well, she's a lonely lady, this drowning wench of mine. How'd you fancy keeping her company for a spell, with free room and board? Venturing's a trying business after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones. And taken from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that? Good. There'll always be a free bed for you, so make use of it. Did not intend to open the thing. Not that you'll have much time for lying around, what with all the levies you'll be doing. Oh, didn't mention, I'm putting your name down for levies. Leaves? Leave quest. Levy quest. Lev quest? Quest. Our guild draws all manner of quiets, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folk will pay to avoid doing an honest day's labour. Probably not, actually. Just give old Tamochri a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other for you to do. Oh, and it's all above board in case you're wondering. We're careful to stay on the Admiral's right side in here, unlike some pirates I can mention. I tell you, if it turns out they had aught to do with them kidnappings, there'll be 7 L's to pay. A proper bleeding reckon. Mayhap that's what Limsa needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to right it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Fist bump. Random fist bump. Woo! I have access to recommendations. Not massively, useful. Right, first thing I'm going to do. Not progress the story, we're going to go grab the class quest from over here. Pretty sure 10 is a skill? I don't know. It might be 10 or 15. I think it might be 15 actually for Tomahawk. It'll be 15. 15 for Tomahawk, 30 for Thriller Battle. But pushing the story is a good idea anyway. Just XP and... well, I need 2 for later. So... when zone. Arden, I have gathered what information I could concerning this beast that young Sigurd bade you slay. The tales named this creature Kojata. Oh, that's the summon I've got in FF7 recently. Those who have witnessed Kojata in the terrifying flesh also call him the Stampeding Mountain, such is his immense size and bulk. Again, I will not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But to topple this lumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. As a single step towards that distant goal, I send you to Blind Iron Mines. We've had word the folk have fallen prey to the claws of the local Galagos. It is your task to protect the weak from these unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you and let your axe blades sing in righteous slaughter. Aha. Ready for head down to the Aphra Plaza because I actually want to go grab something while I'm here. Like a smart little boy. I will go into here. Because I believe it's in here. Yeah, there he is. And I am level 11, so I can do it. Considering the amount of long-range movement I'm going to be doing, that may or may not involve Aphorites. I will get this, and then I will... dang it. I want to rent a chocobo. Okay. So, I need to go over here. I'm only renting the chocobo because I'm too lazy to walk, and this is slightly faster. Sadly, I can't fly with them yet. So this is our big boy. But that might be because Arden's a fairly tall boy. But hey, apparently the pet hotbar is right in the middle of the screen. Why is the pet hotbar in the middle of the screen? Who thought that was a great design decision in the first place? Ah, dear. I don't even need it. I can't really hide it. It's one of the... oh, I can. There we go. Goodbye, pet hotbar. Nope, it's still there. Bad pet harbor. Go away. Become a 60% size 2x6 thing. And the hotbar here is annoying me, so I'm gonna pull it up. There we go. Okay, I need to go over there. Fair dues. While I'm here, I'm gonna go down here. Because there's a chocobo cube down here. Also, look, dodos. Dodos everywhere. I can finish the first part of the hunting, look. I'm pretty sure the story actually pulls me out over here later too, so it's just a good idea for me to get the chocobo keep anyway. Plus, I know like a good chunk of my class quests bring me over here. Good old Lower Lanasea. Lanosha. Let's get the pronunciation right when I know the pronunciation. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Get off it then. Thank you. Okay, now I have that. We shall head off this way. That's all I really want from this area. If we can get the chocobo porter up, means less having to walk and navigate. Just leave the chocobo to it. There's one down here, and there's a teleport, so it's like kind of pointless, except for here to here. Unless, you know, I'm saving Gil, but nah, not really. Let's kill these dodos before I proceed. And then we will womp a Galago. Ooh, difficulty rank goes up. What's in this new difficulty rank? We've got fireflies. We got goobers. Those goobers. But they're a bit high level right now. We got fat dodo. As opposed to a normal dodo. We got morabi moles. We got Kikirine, Ekidigos. We got a bunch of pirates. And then these one, we got Dustbat, Puck Hatchling, and Hedgemole for one of them. I don't know why it's like 9 for 200 more XP. We got a Pelican. Why am I killing this one? That one. It's now an ex-Galago. And we've got a Killer Mantis and the Wild Wolf. All of these are in Lanasea still, so not too big of an issue. It's me to come back to the guild? Yeah. What's the cooldown on that? Blah. Too long. Can't really go and get the Averite on the top bit. That'd be a terrible idea. Actually, you know what? While that time is still rolling, we shall go to some of the farms and get that chocobo keep. Although I think I already have the thing. Hang on. Very purple skies. Purple fog. What weather is it? Just normal fog. Okay. I'm gonna go with it. It's the shader doing it. There we go. Chocobo keep. And it depends on how long it takes my character to run all the way over there. I'm gonna try and go over here. Slightly preempting the quests, but saves me the walk later. Actually, lower law would probably be a better idea, but This is where the story is going to end up taking me anyway, so... So trying to remember where the actual final fight for this storyline is. Which I think is down here. Possibly here or here. Or here. Either way. Not over here. But I need to go to Western Ladosa anyway. Eventually. So picking up the thing now saves me the trouble. Up. And down. We got falling damage, but it's not fatal. Unless you aggro something. Thank God. 90% of the time you won't aggro something. But hey. Just gonna ignore the megalocrabs. I said we're going to ignore the megalocrabs. Don't have any, excuse me, jackals, get out the way. Oh, must have been from Fate. Fair dues. Cart my ass through this corner. Get the exploration XP. Freaking Fate's up right here as well. Can't escape it. Can't escape from crossing Fates. Suddenly in bloody blaze blue. Wait, grab the safe right while I'm here. Probably grab the other one while I'm here. Although storyline will put me past that one anyway, so. I guess I can wait. This one though, it does put me past, unless the plot of Limsa brings me over here. Plus there's dodos around here that I can batter with my axe. And I do not want to hire a chocobo portal. Has return refreshed yet? Nope. Well, in which case we will go see how strong the dodo is. Because the fat dodos are up there. Level 12. Perfectly within murder range. So, let's murder them. Both for EXP and for hunting log. Which is XP. So... yeah, no. It's 3 or 4 that I need to kill. Did not read that number there. 4. Okay. Good thing is, it'll definitely be refreshed by the time I'm done killing these. There's a lot more dodo nests around here than I remember. Been a while since I've been to east side of Limsa. Right. Woo! Level 12. And I've got low blow. I have the first of the things that I actually do abuse in dungeons. Find things, kick them in the face. The other one is this one. Alright, A for right. Up to the... not the F castle. A for right. Up to the Marauders Guild. I keep working off the old names for some reason. Despite the fact they've been changed for God knows how many years now. What a zone. Welcome back, Arden. Your actions have saved many from needless injury and anguish. But though your efforts are to be commended, there is much yet to be work to be done. Kajata, the object of your vengeance, has trampled the farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tiller's Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wain have attracted all manner of hungry predators. Without produce for the market, the farmers will surely suffer for coin this season. Your duty is thus clear. Put down those rapacious scavengers and preserve the cargo. But why did I have to come back? Okay, it's in the middle of Lanos. Fuck. Oh well, I'm gonna go pick up the next part of the main quest while I'm here. Maybe it'll send me this way. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've done Lims's opening storyline. Wee. Are you fair, Anne? Rested and ready to expand your horizons? Well then, I have an idea where you might try heading next. Have you heard of the skylift out in Middle Arnosa? If you've ever visited Woad Whisper Canyon, then you must have been up and down the thing at least once. It's that big bleeding scaffolding attached to the descent. You've likely seen the lads and lasses out there using it to haul cargo up the cliff face. Hard labour that, and I hear they could use an enterprising soul to pick up the odd jobs what no other bugger has time to deal with. Track down the head of the operation, bloke by the name of Weirkit, and he'll be sure to put you to work on a task or two. So yes, it is actually going to put me in the area that I need to be. Cool. Off we go. Teleporting again. Off I go. We're teleporting again. Loop. Oh, nearly 2k gil. Give me a chocobo. Oh yeah, I can't hide them from me. Damn it! Boo! Could have hired one to the place and jumped off it. Oh well. I'll just whack over there, around this corner, and fall off the thing. Impressive work, me. Impressive work. Wide loaf. Right. Overturned ween. A plane strider. Plane strider that's trying to AoE me. Oh, I probably should have done the Smith stuff pretty much straight away. But I think I'll do that off stream. Because it's just tutorials. It's so much tutorials, it's not even funny. Excuse me. Could you please die? There we go. That all of it? Not all of it. Right, let's head down the sky lift. Alley-oop. Well, the sky lift is this bit over here, but it's close enough, right? A little bit of artistic interpretation. Linguistic interpretation. Geographic interpretation? There we go. That's the one. Work it. Would be a correct. Work it. Bear on since you're here, dead here. Then consider yourself welcome at the skylift. Look at that bloody cliff, will you? One blast of fiery hell from that huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. Cargo still needs to get through, though, so this mess of wooden pulleys was our solution to the problem. Well, one of them at least. If the gods were kind, and they ain't, I have about a dozen more workers to handle me growing list of headaches. Yes, I will take upgraded trousers. Psst, at least it still fits. Glad I am to see you again, lad. A wagon driver just returned in a great bloody hurry, screaming about some monstrosity that sprang out from a million corn seedling in his cargo. Seems the gutless bastard tossed it over the side before turning tail and running for his life. I need you to head down to the road, recover that seedling, and deliver it to Lyeth, over at the Swift Perch in Western Ladosa. Whatever he pays you for the cargo is yours to keep. After all, I don't rightly know what else is lurking inside that plant, and you deserve to be rewarded for your troubles. Oh, and you'll also find an aephorite in Swift Perch, so the journey shouldn't be worth your while. So yeah, I just went slightly ahead of the story. Just slightly. Yeah, as I said, it's gonna save me the travelling, so I'm gonna avoid that fate. I'm just gonna ignore it. There's no fate off to the right side of me. If I need fates to level, I've done something wrong. Excuse me, jackals, you're in the way. We shall check this. Hacks it a question. Apparently you hold my head off. That it? That all of it? Gotta take it to Swift Perch. Okay, in which case we shall... Alright. We'll go to Swift Perch. On foot. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Right. It's gonna take way too long to teleport back, so I don't feel like spending a gil on it. He says willing to teleport to Swift Perch. From Limsa. From that great big bloody place over... Not over there, that's a Sauron place. Somewhere behind that hill, I think. Hang on. Where is Limsa? Apparently behind that rock. As if we actually needed a hint that the connections between these are not exactly the same as each other. Alright, where's the dude I need to handle the thing? Where's Leolf? Has Nymeria herself forsaken this desolate land? Although I understood there were risks in gambling my entire fortune on crop a million corn, I at least expected the seedling to be delivered before disaster struck. Hey bud, have a million corn. Is that my million corn seedling? Oh, joyous day! It might seem a paltry beginning, but the yield of this particular variety of crop plant is nothing short of astonishing. As you have undoubtedly noticed, Swift Perch lacks a certain, shall we say, vital energy. Thus, I mean to restore a modicum of hope to its restaurants by growing a veritable ocean of corn. You, sir, seem fit to burst with vim and vigour. Might I persuade you to abide a while and help nurture this sailing settlement? AKA, here's the next friggin' section you need to go to. I need that. There we go. At least it's still red. You. Freyloof. You there, adventurer. Cast your eyes towards the Brewer's Beacon. Does the light not seem uncommonly weak? It cannot possibly be bright enough to guide the ship sailing in the bay. I would march over to the lighthouse and investigate myself, but I am duty-bound to remain at my post. I would consider it a favour if you could make a visit to the Brewer's Beacon and see if aught has fallen Canswest, the lighthouse keeper. What level is this one? 11 still? Cool. I also hate how very close to the next level this XP bar is. It's so close! Give me my XPs. Right, further on and further on and further on. No! Don't want aggro. Go away. I don't want it. Go away, buzzard. Buzz off. Ow, don't pick me. No, stop. Stop the lot of you. Go away. Let's go talk to Kansas. You say, all the jackets sent you. My light's got on dim, has it? Well, of course it bloody has. The bomb which fuels me furnace is up and buggered off, you see. If I don't get the beacon fixed up soon, there'll be trouble on the water. I know you're just a messenger, lad, but I can tell a venturer when I see one. I'm going to need you to chase down that bomb and bring back a claw what you ripped from its smouldering corpse. Take this here iron brazier and set her down in the middle of the flock, somewhere near the scarecrow, I say. You get a nice fire going and the frisky bomb will soon be about. Watch you don't singe your eyebrows, lad. Bob. Well, I've had enough of these buzzards. They're getting in the way. They are getting an axe. My favourite thing about this is that the enemies here are 2 levels higher than the main quest, so it's a mildly annoying situation. Boom, level up. Up. And we'll head up here. Why did it have to be a fate when I'm in the middle of a quest? Go away. Go away. God damn it. I'm gonna have to do the fate just to do the quest. Curse you, game. Fine. I see how it is. These dodos must die. Well, I said the dodo nest must die, but that is beside the point. At least the dodos themselves won't have an issue. We'll have bigger issues trying to hit me than most things around here. What I should do really is, you know, do a couple of hits on the nests and then move on. Where's the rest of the nests? There's one down there. I've got this horde of dodos following me. As long as I stay ahead of the pack, they won't kill me. Oh god, it's coming to get me. The dodo hordes will murder me. Can I get into the head off? Oh, I got a cheeky hit off before I got attacked. Run! Run down the hill. It's just a flock just chasing me down the hill. And in true tradition of this time of year, people are firing off fireworks way before November the 5th. Brainless morons. Dead. There we go. That should be all. That's only half of them. Where's the rest of these godforsaken... Wait, do I have to kill the dodos now? God dang it. Time to die to dodos because the game decides that to kill the dodos as well. Ow! Where the hell did half my HP go? Where are my potions? While I'm running around in circles. Should probably put those on my bar for now. I don't get nascent flash for way too many levels, so. And I got an achievement! Woo! There. We good now, game? We good? Can I just do the danged quest? Okay. Torch. I must exit a question. Hey, stop this. Oops, hang on. At some point I'll remember what the stun button is. Even though I said it myself. But oh, there's a nest. Beat the nest up. Might as well finish the fight. Apologies for the coughing. Nest. Down there. These will be the ones I was missing. Okay. There's a nest or two missing somewhere. Where are they? Over here, maybe? Oh, there's one. See if we can kill it before the flock gets over. Ah! Just run through the middle of the dodo field. Right, please say that's fate done. Thank you. Give me my XP. Woo! Bum 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 bum. Giant megalo crab in the way of my goddamn thing. No. Get out of here. Get out of the way, old six arms. Whoop. Kansas. Miss Kansas. All you need to do is take down that runaway bomb and bring me back one of his little claws. There you go. Ah, you got the ashy bastard, did you? Once I put this little firecracker in the furnace, that should keep things running for a while. Had myself a bit of luck while he was gone, and Limling cursed me if the furnace weren't all bent and broken. Small wonder the bloody bomb was able to escape. I patched things up as best as I could, but I ain't no smitty. You might want to have to chat with a yellow jacket friend of yours in Swift Birch and have him pass the word back to someone in Limsa. I should also probably set Swift Birch as my free teleportation location, but hey. I'm surprised I didn't aggro him until I reached there. Considering I just ran straight past him. But hey. Old six limbs can six limb off. Alright, down we go to free loaf. A free loaf. The furnace is damaged, is it? Very well, I shall write up the relevant reports, but these repairs must be needs be effected without delay. It seems I have another favor to ask of you, adventurer. Take yourself straight away to the Armorer's Guild in Limsa Laminza and explain the situation to Forge Master Hananza. Cool. I will also register this as... not as favored. 3. And return to Limsy. Lims. It's also, wow, it's 10 o'clock. Cool. What? $20 would be 4 hours. Yeah, I probably should stop playing this. It's been playing for 4 hours straight. First we're going to hand in a couple of quests and then, you know, close that again. Plus it's probably a good idea for the XP. There we go. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in the wake of Kujata's rampages. To face Kujata himself, you yet require far more training. But do not despair, Arden. As Axemaster and fellow marauder, this I swear. I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon. Until the blade of your axe can squeeze cleanly through the thickest hide. Then the most knotted muscle, the densest bone. This menace will fall by your hand. I like how we've taken up the vengeance for this for some reason. You may find yourself drawn to explore the possibilities offered by other disciplines and guilds. These distractions are inevitable and perhaps necessary. But I urge you to soon return to the path of the marauder. I do not wish your edge to dull just as you begin to sow such potential. Fare you well, Arden. And now I can grab other classes, quests, classes and things. Level 5, level 5. It doesn't really matter which one of these. I'll take these. Oh, and I've unlocked gear sets. And equip. Alright. Now we'll go to the Aft Castle and end this. And then I think I'll call it for now. Because, yeah, that's nearly 4 hours played. And I need a drink. And I need something to eat. Because if I talk any longer, I'm going to lose my voice. Oh, God. So, yeah. Down to Hananza. Hananza. The furnace in Brewer's Beacon needs repairs. By Godspeed, I just sent someone out to tinker with it a week past. Mayhap the bomb Kanswis had trapped in there was a touch too volatile? I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse and pay special attention to reinforcing the casing of that furnace. Your work is done here, adventurer. May the navigator guide you on your journeys. Oh, cool. Hat. That works. Free hat as well. I'll just pick this up and then teleport out, I think. Oh no, I need to go to Marabi, which is down the bottom, so yeah. Right. Head of Naldic and Vimilis. What say you to taking on some work from Naldic and Vimilis? We've a great hulking warship to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Atberb, the head of shipwrights at the Marabi dry docks. We forge most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorer's Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks found in the south of Lower Lanosa. That's also where you'll find one of the main offices of Naldic and Vimilis. The Marabi Dry Docks is one of the Limsamin's most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you'll not regret attuning yourself to the area's airfreight. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'd be best served making use of the chocobo porters. First floor of the mizzenmast, in case you were wondering. Should you choose to make the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate and follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. And with that, I am going to head over to the inn and log out. Because, well, actually I could log out anywhere. I'm still getting the bonus to my XP. So for now, we shall stand at the edge of the Tempest Gate and just stare out into the distance. With my singular earring. But yeah, it's been nearly 4 hours. I think I should probably stop streaming at this point. I'm most of the way through the initial Limsa quests, so next time I play this, I'll probably finish those off. What'll be next time? I'll be playing 7 again, starting part 2. Kind of want to finish that before Game Pass runs out. But before we move on, I'll come back to this character every so often. I suspect I'll either get to the point where I have to do the tutorials on stream, or I'll do the tutorials off stream by passing or reaching that point and finishing the stream there. Largely depends. But for now, that'll be all. So, for me, in my purplish, well, in my very red, weird set of armor, because, yeah, that I look like I'm about to jump into a furnace, amusingly, with a weird-looking safety helmet on. Well, for now, thanks for watching, and yeah, see ya Sunday.